Me a second to find this video. I'm going to be talking a little bit about this week's astrology, and I'm going to be doing chakra cards. Give me a second to find the feed and share it out. If you're just finding me, go ahead and give this page a share, this feed a share. I give away an activation off of every video, and a lot of you guys are catching me on replay, but you can still share for a chance to participate because I don't find the person till the next day. I'm going to talk, we have a lot of stuff going on astrologically, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the rest of this week's energies. Give me a moment to share this out. I'm doing chakra cards too, so go ahead and drop your name if you're going to want a card while I get set up. And like I said, just take a second to share this out too. I always need you guys to. Alright, we've had some powerful energy this week. We are finishing up with the Lion's Gate. A lot of people are still feeling these energy shifts that are occurring, and we still have a lot of energy coming in. We're getting ready for a full moon in Aquarius on Thursday, and so now we have a lot of lunar energy that is joining this mix. We've had a ton of solar energy hitting us as well as a lot of galactic energies. A lot of people might be feeling at their breaking point or on overload energetically entering into this moon energy. It's very important that we're realizing that this is meant to bring your attention to control dramas, things not working in your life. Steer clear of drama. You're going to be tested on these situations, and be careful what you're putting your energy into because we're also manifesting rapidly with this. If you guys are sitting there thinking that you're broke, this will amplify that. So it's a really good time to fix your thinking patterns and focus on what you're trying to create. Our subconscious can't differentiate between the things we don't want and the things that we do want. So when we think about things we don't want, we usually see those occur too. So it's very important that we're staying positive while we're going through this transition. Some people might be feeling at that place because, they're not feeling that they are where they should be this was always a spiritual quest though. This is always about this ascension that is occurring now. This moon is also about liberation. So if you're in any control drama type relationships, whether they are romantic, friendships with family members, with employment situations, those are going to be coming to the surface right now. We're meant to be clearing and getting rid of the things no longer serving us, and while these energies are hitting us, they're having a very real impact on the body. A lot of people are starting to either feel the energies or are becoming more and more energy sensitive while we're going through these energy shifts. The energy that's coming in now is to prepare us for 2020. A lot of people are like, wow, I was feeling that Lionsgate energy. Well, the energies are going to continue to intensify and continue to come in as our physical body is being prepared for this spiritual ascension. So it might not always feel good, but this is a positive transformation that we're going through. We see that a lot of people are feeling frustrated with the outer reality, the way things are. As we're shifting into this moon element in Aquarius, it's really important to understand that, we have this element which is represented by the woman holding the water jug. And that woman is your inner healer. The water is the heaviness of the world, the emotions, the things not working out. Aquarius is a humanitarian sign. So people are getting frustrated at their outer reality, not understanding that this was always meant to shift us inward. And, the more frustrated we are with our outer reality, then we need to fix what's going on internally with us. And a lot of people are still living in that state of separateness, that state of victim programming, not understanding that while we share a collective, you've always been on a journey having a tour of your own lessons, your own soul. You've only been seeing yourself time and time again, and it's meant to shift us inward. And the things that we don't like that we're seeing, we can change within ourselves to change our outer reality. So we have a huge emphasis on going within. Right now, the veil between worlds is going to remain very thin this week. So we're going to have more paranormal activity. It could be like more extraterrestrial type of experiences, experiences with the interdimensional, whether it's angels, loved ones that have passed. your ancestors. It's really important to understand that this energy is powerful in accessing the other realm. And for the first time in a very long time, we're becoming multidimensional. We're getting back to these spiritual aspects and realizing, that this is kind of a big place around here and we can create what we want. So if any of you guys are still in that third dimensional victim programming of creating, situations that are not good for you, not serving you, complaining about it, you're going to find that things are going to get very hard around here, and that the universe is kind of sick of hearing these complaints, and that we need to shift inward. And this is about taking back our power as co-creators. And if we don't like our reality, instead of complaining about it and continuing to recreate on the same patterns, we can change the way we're viewing things, and we can kind of step into our power and create something different that is more in alignment with ourselves. We see a lot of people having a hard time because the attachments have to go. Some of these attachments are your friends, your family members. Sometimes they are the people closest to you in your relationships, but the things not serving us must continue to be stripped away. And a lot of people feel uncomfortable with that process because the ego, wants to know everything that's going to come, everything that's going to be laid out. And really people have a lot of uncertainty during this time. This needed to be done. This really couldn't continue on like this though, so it's meant to be a positive transformation that will benefit the entire collective. A lot of people don't like that. They're very service to selves and having their own perspective. But right now, it's very important that we're shifting the focus outwardly in a service kind of way. So this full moon can be bringing up areas where you could be of service, or you should be of service, or you should be doing some type of a mission of your own. A lot of people will find they're not going to be able to ascend without taking on that path of service in some type of way. It's really what we're all doing here. I'm going to go into this tomorrow in Mystery School of Atlantis. I almost did today, but this is just a lot of our own collective karma, coming up for a closure to be healed. A lot of what's happening globally. We had these amazing abilities in past lives, and we didn't use them in the best of ways. And this life we are meant to ascend, to shift, to a very service of others type of place with our abilities and getting them back. My link is above. I'm going to be doing a full moon ritual healing session on Thursday and Friday for this moon. If you guys are trying to sign up, you can see my special event section of my shop, or I put a link on this page too. I wouldn't miss it. This is a very powerful energy behind this moon. We have that Lion's Gate energy that's merging with it, and it's really going to bring a powerful energy for releasing the things that no longer serve you, and also in releasing your past, and in releasing any past life issues that you may have had. Our past is slowly being rewritten, we're finding, and time really isn't what it seems. A lot of this Lion's Gate energy is going to begin to speed up time as well. A lot of you guys have noticed you're getting a lot of your lessons faster. My link is above. You guys know I teach a ton of different types of energy healing classes too, and if you need me, you can always hit my inbox. Rick Larkham, inner child. We're meant to be creating fun experiences, playfulness, lightheartedness, innocence, and wonder. And I know we tend to always feel so old around here, but the universe views us much like children and is very patient with us in our learning, in our experiences. It's time to kind of have more fun and get more creative. I found, when I'm doing the same things, the universe kind of gets bored with that. And, if I can get creative, the universe is very aligned with that. So I'm always trying to create new experiences. We just had a major shift with Jupiter, which will be bringing with it new experiences and new lessons as well. Darlene Osei, good morning. You're working on your crown chakra. More faith. It's a reoccurring theme this week too. We have a lot of fear. That tells me that people don't have a lot of faith then. If we have this fear, we don't have this trust in the universe. Keep working on your crown. Hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. This is a really good energy for manifesting. Like I said, if you guys are, in a situation you really don't like, try to shift your thoughts, to being more positive, and it will really help clear that experience, shifting you to a new one. More faith in your path and where it's headed. Michelle Mortfee, good morning. I have to attune you too, so come find me when you're ready. You're working on your sacral, money, finances, power, generosity, and abundance. And, you know, we're not realizing that we're meant to be in this flow of giving and receiving. I think that we really are in kind of a crazy situation here, and that we had something happen in our timeline on this planet, and we had some type of negative takeover. And we were convinced that we were nothing more than slaves on this planet, forgetting our real, you know, divine essence and connection to the spiritual. And for the first time in a very long time, we're awakening to our spiritual nature. Keep working on your sacral and manifesting. Moose Sass. You're working on your root chakra, action, movement, perseverance, discipline, and motivation. And people are figuring out that no one is going to be able to do these lessons for you at all, and that we kind of have to take on our own lessons and our own path at some point. A lot of people are starting to feel motivated, though. Let's see, Becky Hall McBride, thank you. You're working on your throat chakra. Will, expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. And I have my moments, but I'm working on my throat chakra doing these videos. And in working on that chakra and strengthening it, which is something a little outside my comfort zone, is helping me step into, you know, my role as a manifestor too. Keep working on your throat chakra. That will unlock your manifesting potential. Elizabeth Fogarty. Hello, good morning. You're working on your crown chakra. Inspiration, ideas, spark, conception, and impulse. Regina Lali Morella. Good morning. You're working on your solar plexus. A lot of you guys are empaths or healers or are very energy sensitive. Make sure you're taking care of your own energy and your own aura. You're working on self-esteem, confidence, self-love, self-worth, and pride. Until we can love ourselves, we're always going to be very disappointed in life, and we're going to be even more disappointed if we're expecting that love from another person. It's very important that we are mastering self-love at some point. Linda Bonham, good morning. You're working on your crown chakra. This is an amazing time to be praying, to be connecting to the spiritual, to be tuning in through meditation. Spend more time alone too. We're doing a lot of integrating right now from these energies. Julie Robinson, you're working on your third eye chakra. And you know, we're going to continue on with this awakening and become more and more psychically tuned in as well. Keep working on your third eye. It'll continue to expand. You guys know I recommend vitamins for your third eye. If anyone doesn't have that vitamin list, you can always hit my business page inbox for it, as well as energy healing has been crazy powerful for me in my journey, or I wouldn't be here doing these videos if it wasn't. Some things that are amazing for the third eye are chlorella, turmeric, and energy healing. You guys know I also do third eye activations. Let's see, Michael Lawton. You're working on your solar plexus, responsibility, self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. Heather Keenan McGuire. You're working on your third eye, intuition, trust, insight, awareness, and guidance. And it's very important that we're learning how to better tune into our own intuition, because it is leading us on this journey. Joanna Marie Almalti. Good morning. If you guys are new, make sure you like the page. You're working on your third eye, insight, understanding, awakening, awareness, self-evaluation. And you know, this energy is bringing its own awakening with it. A lot of people are feeling very tuned in to the spiritual, heightened senses, crazy dreams, whatever it is. Some people are purging too from these energies in August. They're going to continue to be very intense. And so as we're stepping into a new frequency, a lot of times your body needs a minute to adjust. If you are, you know, having ascension symptoms or purge-like effects from these energies, more internal work to do. We're not going to be able to hold on to the 3D paradigm of sickness and lack and those type of things and separateness and be existing in these fifth dimensional energies. So a lot of people are still feeling that duality because, you know, we're trying to step into a new frequency and people are trying to bring their old baggage and garbage with them. And it's going to create a resistance within ourselves. Juliet Saltmarsh, you're working on your heart chakra, passion, desire, fun, fulfillment, and joy. Do more of what lights you up and excites you. When I can stay excited, I'm very contagious, I notice, and I can usually keep everyone else excited. Find your bliss, find your passion. Lori Parrish Robinson, you're working on your crown chakra, intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, and flexibility. Beverly Bandar, you're working on your crown chakra, presence, awareness, attention, reality, and connection. Jenny Dinell, I'm awful at saying everyone's name, but you're working on your throat chakra. Communication, self-expression, exchange, sharing, and connection. We're finding that our thoughts are powerful, but you know what's even more powerful? Our words. And, you know, in times of, like, ancient Egypt, they knew that every word was a spell. And they were much more careful with the things they would say out loud because they knew that they would manifest rapidly. And we're kind of getting back to those, you know, higher frequency states where we need to be very careful with our voice and even with our thoughts and things like that. And we're kind of learning that. Anna Gabriela Alvidrez, you're working on your heart chakra. Forgiveness, letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. And while we continue our journey through the element of Leo, we have a huge focus on our heart chakra right now. Chiron is still in retrograde till December, and it's going to continue to bring up a lot of past programs, old feelings, old emotions, old wounds that we haven't processed, and things like that too. Keep working on your heart chakra. Margie O'Brien. Oh, I love it. I always switch around. I'm very unpredictable with the times. It's good to catch you too. You're working on your solar plexus, personal boundaries, choice, assertiveness, empowerment, and authenticity. And, you know, as the empaths and healers, we generally want to fix things and make things better. But right now, we really need to work on personal boundaries. It's not our responsibility to heal and fix everyone. And we're not supposed to be doing other people's lessons for them. So now we're learning that we need better personal boundaries and to really, you know, honor ourselves and our intuition with things. D. Santarini, I can say it better, your other one. Shayla Jha. You're working on your heart chakra, compassion, caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness. And, you know, if you guys don't like how the world is looking around you, it was always to motivate us to create something better, that we could make a real change here, and that we could, you know, come together in oneness and create a better version of reality. Things occurring now. Carrie Whitmer, thank you. You're working on your third eye. Visualization, imagination, focus, experience, and manifestation. I had someone come ask me in my inbox this morning, I'm trying to manifest something, and I feel like I keep getting blocked. I keep getting like roadblocks. It's not working. If this is any of you guys, a lot of the times we have taken on these energetic blocks from our lessons, our parents, our programming, and things like that. And usually, you know, a good clearing will help you manifest better. Focus on your manifesting. If you're feeling blocked, maybe consider some energy work. We can manifest bigger. We're going to learn that. So a lot of people are content with where they're at with the manifesting, but we're getting pushed this month to, you know, step into our real power and to shift our focus to bigger manifestations. Mersiwa Blansua. You're working on your sacral chakra, desires, goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment. See, Jennifer Helkskull. You're working on your solar plexus. Super empaths, I call you guys that get the solar plexus cards. You're working on your gut instincts, intuition, knowing, sensing, and trust. The thing is that we've doubted ourselves so many times that, you know, a lot of people need to really learn how to get back to listening to their intuition on so many levels. Stay focused on your intuition and listening to it. When we do, it will get stronger and stronger. Nashia Nash, you're working on your sacral chakra. A lot of you guys are energy generator types, and your job is to make good energy. And simply in just vibrating, we're bringing up this planet in frequency. Do more of what lights you up. Stephanie Vian, You're working on your sacral, sexuality, openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. Let's see. Tanya Ritchie Hoon. You're working on your sacral chakra, pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, and indulgence. Sometimes we get really wrapped up in the experience and we forget to either take time for ourselves or to be creating fun experiences, and we kind of get wrapped up in this whole prison planet paradigm. Take more time to do more things for yourself. Lorna Johnson, good morning. You're working on your heart chakra. It is through that chakra that we will liberate. And we have a huge emphasis on freedom and liberation with this full moon this week. A lot of you guys are feeling that urge, and there's been a lot of people that have been awake a while and are either assisting in this or observing, and you know, we just kind of woke up after a very long slumber. It wasn't just this life, it was an entire cycle, and we're kind of shaking the sleep off. And you know, you can't hold down the human soul, right? It might have worked while we were asleep, but now that we're awakening and becoming conscious, that's going to be enough to really drastically shift this entire paradigm for good. So a lot of you guys are feeling the need to liberate on big levels. Ebony Shea Bell. You're working on your base chakra, your root chakra, physical health, vitality, strength, body image, and balance. Brian Feliciano. You're working on your third eye, guidance, support, love, signs, direction. Leisha Dawson. You're working on your crown chakra, divine consciousness, interconnection, expansion, oneness, and light. Melissa Madrigal. You're working on your base chakra, your root chakra, family, belonging, community, culture, and tribe. It's very important that we're working on getting rid of fear. Fear is a major block. Yeah, if you ever have like that doubt, it might not work out, that voice in your head telling you you're not sure, that is fear right there. And that is our biggest obstacle when it comes to creating and manifesting our programming, that we were taught that nothing will ever work out and we can pretty much never do anything around here. That's what we really have to transcend this life, that fear. Abby Osborne. You're working on your base chakra, your root chakra, grounding, nature, presence, practicability, stability. Erica Elizabeth, good morning. You're working on your sacral, emotions, feelings, expression, moods, and balance. Janine Perricone. You're working on your solar plexus, making better choices, free will, courage, willpower, and change. For a lot of people, we're going from that victim programming into a place of empowerment. So, you know, this is really a crazy journey, but it's meant to be good for you, and so that you can step into, you know, your authentic energy, who you are. Jennifer Kessler. You're working on your third eye, the mind, openness, flexibility, imagination, and learning. Elizabeth Sela. Oh, I love it. You're working on your heart chakra too. A lot of times those chakras come as a package deal. Keep working on your heart chakra. Emotional balance, stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity. If anyone thinks they have some blocked chakras or want to know about those chakras, I do galactic scanning and chakra openings on my site. Mary D. Santiago. You're working on your sacral chakra. Relationships, intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. Let's see. Carrie Taylor. You're working on your throat chakra. Find your voice. Ashley Samak. You're working on your root chakra. Home, shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. Jeffrey Cahoe. You're working on your throat chakra. Self-expression, vocalization, individuality, inner voice, and assertiveness. Tracy Vanu. You're working on your heart chakra. Love, kindness, benevolence, sharing, and receiving. Jody Salee, you're working on your solar plexus chakra. Like I said, we're drawing a lot of the super empaths to this feed. Well, why? Well, if you're an empath or if you identify with that label, you probably are familiar with, you can take on other people's feelings, moods, energies. If you go to somewhere really toxic, you might even feel nauseous or not feel so great. That is because we are assimilating energy. If you identify with that label of being the empath, a lot of the times you go through this, you know, third dimensional role where it's kind of like the victim, empath, narcissist drama. And then hopefully, you know, you're realizing that you're a healer. And that's why you're drawing these situations to you and people that you should have been healing. But we can never do that until we heal ourselves. So it's kind of part of the journey. Gina Latizo, you're working on your throat chakra, honesty, truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication. It's very important that we're living in alignment with who our higher self is and that we're being authentic in who we are. Let's see, Gretchen Hyatt, you're working on your third eye, seeing, perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. Mandy Renee, you're working on your base chakra, letting go of fear. It's like a huge theme this month, and letting go of fear, it is what is blocking us. We can see a lot of this journey, we just were recreating things we didn't want in our fears. And you know, this can be a hard simulation, this earth school, to kind of sink into and adapt to, because anything we're thinking about and talking about, we're going to create on some level. So a lot of the times we've been comfortable talking about things we don't want because of our programming, and that's just kind of normal around here. And then we're kind of realizing that, wait a minute, I'm creating the situations I don't really like on so many levels. So we figure out we live in a manifest reality, and if we want to change what we're creating, we need to think more positive thoughts and kind of stay in alignment with our words. Angel Thomas, you're working on your throat chakra, creativity, imagination, expression, originality, and passion. Holly Asper, make sure you guys share this out too, and I'll do some more cards. Holly, you're working on your base chakra, your root chakra, possessions, belongings, finances, assets, and treasure. We're needing to find a balance between the material and the spiritual, because, you know, it doesn't matter how spiritual you are. Sometimes you realize we're living in the middle of a prison planet paradigm, and we have things like rent and bills to pay. So this life, it's very important that we're finding some type of balance between the material and spiritual worlds. See, Mandy Renee, you're working on your throat chakra, sound, music, silence, rhythm, and vibration. I'm always listening to music. I'm huge on it because, you know, I feel the frequencies and I love it. I vibe with it. You know, play some binaural beats. You're probably really sensitive to sound frequencies. A lot of you guys are hearing the ringing in the ears, the buzzing in the ears, and I really hate when people come tell me they have vertigo, because I see it much differently. That's usually a sign that, you know, you have some type of toxicity and you're beginning to tune in and hear the frequencies around you. So a lot of people, as the frequencies are going up, are beginning to hear ringing in their ears, buzzing in their ears, different sound frequencies. We're beginning to tune into, you know, the multi-dimensional around us. Heather Kineen McGuire, you're working on your heart chakra, connection, universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. And, you know, we have to realize how interconnected we are, that I could have a bad day over here and you're going to be feeling it wherever you are. And how we share one collective consciousness. So, you know, we can't have, you know, stuff happening throughout consciousness without it affecting everyone here. You'll realize that the planet vibrates on one frequency. You know, we call that the Schumann resonance, the kind of heartbeat or pulse of the earth. And we're kind of realizing that we're all kind of interconnected during this time. It's how we're able to feel empathy, because we're able to tune in and feel another's pain. Deb Domino Caho, good morning. You're working on your crown chakra. Try to get outside more. We need to connect with Gaia. That's why my healing session that I'm doing Thursday for the full moon through my site is a huge emphasis on connecting with Gaia during this time. It's very important. It's really powerful in cleansing our energy fields, removing, you know, things like negative energies from us, or just, you know, staying in alignment with the Earth's frequency. Ginny Grillat, You're working on your base chakra, physical health, vitality, strength, body image, and balance. And you know, it's very important that we're coming into balance energetically right now during this time. We're realizing this has been a long time in the making for humanity, and there's a lot more occurring than just the physical matrix and the material around here. There's so much happening spiritually, and we're all very much a part of this, that our souls chose to be here during this life because it was something that we needed to liberate. We have a huge emphasis on past life Akashics. If you guys, when I'm done, need a reading, you can get an Akashic reading through my site, and I go into your now and future as well as your past Akashic, which can be very healing for you because, you know, we tend to have such a tie that we're still playing out the past now and that these situations are affecting us. So if anyone's interested in their past lives or Akashic, you guys know my link is above, and I always try to post it in the comments after. Christine Castrolin. You're working on your heart chakra. This is an expansion occurring. A lot of people could be feeling chest pain, tightness in the chest, heart palpitations, anxiety, things coming to the surface. But there is a heart expansion that is occurring through August. Let's see. Di Monte. You're working on your sacral chakra. Pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, and indulgence. Connie Vincent, you're working on your third eye chakra. Deanna Lynn, you're working on your inner child. You're taking in a lot of energy too, so make sure you're taking good care of your own energy. A lot of times the empaths and healers are the ones always taking care of everyone else, and we forget to take care of ourselves. So make sure you're taking good care of your own energy. Have more fun, more innocence, and more wonder. This is about learning how to see life without the judgments, right? A lot of times we get programmed to be judgmental in the third dimension, and this is about, you know, seeing ourselves fully and how a kid might, minus the judgments. Lila Abaraman. You're working on your third eye, dreams, messages, signs, symbols, and guidance. Olivia Shaver, you're working on your heart chakra, connection, universal oneness, love, interconnection, support. Kitty Louise, you're working on your solar plexus, choice, free will, courage, willpower, and change. And I'm going to throw this in here too because I have to somewhere, that I was looking at how many people have signed up for my website, which I usually try to put almost daily articles on about the energy. And I was shocked to see there weren't that many people that have signed up for updates on there. So if you guys have not signed up on my site so that you're notified when I'm posting articles, make sure you guys do that. I try to put up a lot of energy reports so people can understand what's happening during this time. We're kind of getting ready for a ride as we're getting ready to enter 2020, which will be a huge year energetically. Tiffany Yancey, you're working on your sacral chakra, emotions, feelings, expression, moods, and balance. Let's see. Joe Valenpanta, you're working on your heart chakra, emotional balance, stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity. Lisa Mancini, you're working on your solar plexus, responsibility, self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. And this takes a lot of self-discipline. You're going to need to look within. I know with victim programming, everyone can just complain and it's everyone else's fault, and it's never your fault, right? It's always someone else, even though it probably took a few people to create whatever situation people are complaining about. And, you know, enlightenment is about looking at yourself, your own qualities, changing yourself, making yourself better. It's about thinking more positively, you know, and it takes a lot of retraining to do that because we all got programmed very negative. You want to know who programmed us? Our school systems, brought to you by your government, our parents who were all toxic and asleep in some way. And really, until we kind of wake up and change ourselves, we're going to be creating unconsciously on those third dimensional templates. So this is very hard. It takes a lot of discipline. Rebecca Cabin, you're working on your third eye, guidance, support, love, signs, and direction. We're getting a lot of signs in our sleep right now. If you guys are remembering your dreams, try to look up what they mean. If you remember things, you know, the universe is always communicating with you. Jennifer Helskell, You're working on your third eye. Visualization, imagination, focus, experience, and manifestation. Tamara Bahar. You're working on your heart chakra. Compassion, caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness. Marisa Tomek. You're working on your base chakra, action, movement, perseverance, discipline, and motivation. Hopefully everyone's feeling extra motivated after this surge of high frequency energy that is still coming into the planet. We still have that Lionsgate energy hitting us today, and we're kind of shifting into, this lunar energy. So we have a lot of high frequency hitting this planet. It's amazing for manifesting. Things are beginning to move rapidly. Use it to your advantage. Judith Lang. You're working on your crown chakra, inspiration, ideas, spark, conception, and impulse. Michael Anita. You're working on your crown chakra, presence, awareness, attention, reality, and connection. Andrea Huxley. You're working on your sacral chakra. I see some new faces here. Make sure you guys like the page too. I try to do almost daily cards like Monday through Friday on here. Lydia Jones. You're working on your solar plexus, gut instincts, intuition, knowing, sensing, and trust. Knowing is an ability. Feeling is an ability. That's why they love to medicate people and shut them off and make you feel crazy or like there's something wrong with you if you're feeling emotions around here. But, knowing and feeling are abilities. A lot of times empathy comes with these senses. Frankie Borelli. You're working on your throat chakra, communication, self-expression, exchange, sharing, and connection. Let's see, Janet Jones, you're working on your sacral chakra, money, finances, power, generosity, and abundance. Britta Sarisan, can't say it good. You're working on your solar plexus, self-esteem, confidence, self-love, self-worth, and pride. It's really important that we are loving ourselves. It's through that self-love that, we become really magnetic. If you're depressed or sad or crying and you're around someone, chances are it's going to make them sad. So if we can stay lit up and happy, it tends to be very contagious. Linda Franks. You're working on your base chakra, possessions, belongings, finances, assets, and treasure. Work on letting go of fear too. Know that you're protected and being guided on this journey. We're never alone. I know a lot of people go through that where we were lied to and we feel separate and alone and like no one's helping us. But you're being guided on this journey. You have angels all around you, guides, loved ones, ancestors. You guys know that if anyone's trying to reach, those that help and assistance in the other realm, there's a lot of people that are, mediums for those things. Roberta Chatron. You're working on your throat chakra, creativity, imagination, expression, originality, and passion. Find your voice. It will be huge in your manifesting. Diane Casey. Hit my business page inbox if you want the link for it. I'm always just playing with random YouTube music, right? But if you hit my business page messages, I'll give you the link. Diane, keep working on your base chakra, especially the people living in America. Then we know that most of those people have a past connection with Atlantis and came here with a lot of fear. I'm always shocked at the amount of people that come to me and I see that they were in places like Atlantis. And then that fear has carried over this life. Fear of our own power, fear of our own abilities, fear of what the spiritual is capable of. Things like that. Keep on working on that. Brianne Von Kooten, you're working on your third eye, seeing, perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. Keep working on your third eye. You guys know I do third eye activations. If you're looking to open your third eye or just activate it further or expand it. Tracy Rayner, you're working on your throat chakra, will, expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. Keep working on your throat chakra. We have a lot of upgrades going on with our heart chakra, our throat chakra, and third eye right now. Sunshine Kathleen Everst, You're working on your third eye, the mind, openness, flexibility, imagination, and learning. Jody Jennings, you're working on your sacral chakra, relationships, intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. Tammy Oliver, you're working on your crown chakra, intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, and flexibility. Marie, wait, I got this one already, sorry. Kitty Louise, you're working on your heart chakra, passion, desire, fun, fulfillment, and joy. If we could all just get excited for a minute, that you would see that it would lift up the entire planet. That's how interconnected we are. Through you finding your bliss, your joy, and staying excited, you're helping to, lift this planet up into higher levels of consciousness. Do more of what lights you on fire. A lot of people, are either in spiritual unions or maybe getting ready for one, and a lot of that is finding that fire within you first before you can, do that with another. Crystal McKay, good morning. You're working on your solar plexus, personal boundaries, choice, assertiveness, empowerment, and authenticity. It's really important that we're being authentic. I see, people want to try to be like other people, but no, you're supposed to be yourself this life. Try to be more of yourself, and you're going to vibrate more on your, frequencies that you should be on. Iris Constant, you're working on your crown chakra, faith, hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. Michelle Ann, you're working on your third eye, insight, understanding, awakening, awareness, and self-evaluation. Jennifer Simpson, you're working on your heart chakra, more love, kindness, benevolence, sharing and receiving. And, since we have this full moon coming up in Aquarius, a lot of people are feeling frustrated with the outer reality. We're not meant to come change the world and do other people's lessons. We're meant to bring love to these places. More love. Lemuria Smith, you're working on your base chakra, home, shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. Keep working on your root chakra. One good way to do that is get outside, go outside barefoot, connect with Gaia, connect with nature. Trisha Walker, you're working on your base chakra too, your root chakra, family, belonging, community, culture, and tribe. And part of this is coming back to oneness with your consciousness group, with your soul group. That's why some people find a resonance with me, that they are led to me, because, I'm a member of that consciousness group. So it can feel lonely going through this road, but you're meant to come back into focus with, your soul tribe on so many levels. Ren Patrias, you're working on your throat chakra, self-expression, vocalization, individuality, inner voice, and assertiveness. I'm going to get off of here, but I will be back doing cards again tomorrow. So if you're new to this page, make sure that you like it. Maybe go check out my site and subscribe to it too.